Yeah, we are in the place of
ready to get this thing started. Let me go ahead and cut the music so I can get that out of the way. You can hear me a little better, hopefully. Music, we don't need you anymore. Welcome to Ben's Corner. I'm going to go ahead and hop right into the game. It looks like somebody has joined as a viewer. Hello. I'm Ben, by the way. Nice to have you here with us. And let me hop on over and start the stream. Probably be good. Here we go. And there we go. Now I got my chat relays going. Alright, so this is CROSSOUT. If you're joining me here out of the blue, this is the third episode. I have 2 more on Twitch. And when they only stay for 14 days, so when they expire, I've been going to post them to YouTube, so I'll still have them around for people that want to catch up and just go through the journey. I've started a brand new game, so I'm very much a noob in this game. I have played before, so I have a little bit of experience, but I'm by no means a super expert at this game. So I'm just going to keep going. Yes, yesterday I showed you the adventure mode, and I had just unlocked raids. So now I have a bunch of challenges again since the day restarted, and let's see what they are. I have to defeat or help defeat 5 enemies in missions using cannons. Well, I'm not using cannons right now, so that's weapon specific. There's a special event going on called Winter Mayhem. I'll probably get into one of those this episode, we'll see. Blade Spines routine. Today marks your first ever Blade Spines assignment without the help of Munch. So I think that's adventure mode right there. And then my dailies. You always want to come in here and check these and do as many of these as possible, because if you do, you'll start unlocking all of these things, and then they go into the weekly challenge pool right here, where you can get, you know, a random crate that has some kind of epic weapon or a rare, or if you're unlucky, a common part, and just extra building materials, which you're always going to need in this game. So I have to win 2 battles and missions, win a raid, which I'm going to do now, win 2 battles and missions or raids using a shotgun, so I have to use a cannon in one, a shotgun in another, so we'll take care of that. And then this goal is just to complete 3 daily missions. And these will update after you clear them, so they give you more than 4. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm set up for a raid. This build is specifically made for a raid. It looks kind of strange, but it'll explain itself once I get in there. So let's go ahead and hop into a battle. And I don't have many choices for a raid. Only 2. I can go data theft, or the war for fire. Let's do one of each, at least. I'm gonna have to do more than that. And then we'll just hop in. And the theory behind this, what they call a tower build, is when you stack your weapons up like this, and I'm automatically in the battle, it's already started, is against computer-controlled cars, which you're going to be facing in these raids. They're all going to be computer-controlled. Is that the enemy tends to aim low at your vehicle and not at your weapons, so keeping them up high like this kind of keeps them safe from harm. And it also gives you good firing angles. You can fire from down a hill, over a hill, over another person. I'm going to go help out my buddy, flip him over so that he's not getting hurt. We got to take out that missile launcher. That thing will hurt. Yeah, those you want to take those out as soon as you can. I don't see the other one. There's another one shooting at us and I can't find it. I don't see where it is. Oh well. Oh, there it was. Jeez, how did I miss that? Am I blind? Okay. Alright, we've got some teammates. We gotta go protect this base from invasion. We'll take the short way down. And I've brought this up before, but the main thing you want to do is take out enemy weapons. If they don't have anything to shoot you with, and I wish my guy... Hey, would you stop ramming me, please? I'm trying to take out an enemy, and you keep shooting and pushing me out of the way, making me miss. That's not good. We're on the same team, buddy. Work together. And they're just going to send wave and wave after of enemy trucks and things. And you got to shoot them all. So I'm running 4 startup machine guns atop this tower mount. And it's just a survivability thing. If I was going against enemies, like other players, I wouldn't use this build because they could... This guy... they would see where my weapons are, and they'd aim right for them. They'd be silly not to. And it would be easy pickings. I know what this guy's trying to do. He's going to come up here and try to camp the enemies and kill them all himself. It's a good way to get yourself killed. But he's going to try to do it. He's trying to get top scorer in the match, like taking all the kills himself. You know, okay. I mean, you have to deal with all kinds of people in this game, so they play the way they want to play. They like that, fine. It's kind of cheap. You're trying to all work together. That's another thing about having your weapons up like this. I can shoot from basically any angle I want to. That's rather adorable, isn't it? See ya. All types of weapons in this game. There's machine guns, there's shotguns, there's melee weapons where you can mount and just ram people, and there's like buzz saws and all kinds of chainsaws, explosives you can mount to your car and be kind of like sacrifice yourself by ramming yourself into them and exploding part of your car. So I mean, there's all kinds of ways to play the game. You can make hovercrafts, you can make bulldozers, tanks, just about anything you want. You can make things, airplanes, they won't really stay up in the sky very long, but you can launch them in the air with rockets and things like that. With enough turbo boosters on them, it'll go airborne. You might not land all that well, but you can do it. You know, I've seen a lot of people make builds like that. They don't make much sense because they land rather hard and usually explode. So that's kind of counterproductive. But it's neat to see what people come up with in their creative. along in my little pop gun car. Here comes the boss. I'm not doing it. There we go. Run. Where is the boss man? He is right behind me. Holy cow. And he blew off all my guns. But I do have a melee weapon. If I can get anywhere near him. I didn't realize he was right behind me like that. I was trying to find him on my radar and it didn't quite work. Take out his flamethrower, gentlemen. He's not so dangerous without that. There we go. He's down. Take out the purple people. Oh, melee guy. I wonder. Alright, so I got first place. Congratulations to me. Got my first place trophy right here. I got Peacemaker for destroying all the weapons, and that's probably why I got first place, because you get a lot of extra points in this game if you go after weapons and destroy them. They reward you for that. I mean, sure, yeah, getting kills is going to help. And I get Mechanic for destroying all the parts. Got my rewards here. And I'm just going to keep doing these raids until I run out of gas. That's usually what I do. I do those things first because they give you the biggest rewards. And I completed some of my challenges. There's seasonal goals for this seasonal event that's going on called the Syndicate. It's unlocking specialist weapons and things like that. And I wasn't too terribly ahead of everybody. So we did... What was that one? I'll try to do the other one this time. Was that War for Fire that we did? Or Data Theft? I can't remember. Well, I'll do this one, and then I'll do the one up top again. Either way. We'll do them all. So this game can be fun. The raids are fairly easy in the earlier levels. Once you go up the next tier, the enemies have a lot better weapons. They're stronger. You really need to have a decent build going on to survive. And it becomes a challenge. Going up against other players is going to test your skill at this game. It can be fun and frustrating at the same time. Like I said, be prepared to die a lot, because it's going to happen. And it's, like I said, sometimes before, it might not even be your fault. You might just be in the wrong place at the wrong time where all the enemies are, and you're going to get attacked by 6 people at the same time just because you're the unlucky one that found them all. And 1 versus 6 is not good odds for anybody. Okay, I'm going to go across the map here. Protect that area. If the enemies destroy that, you lose. Doesn't matter how many of them you've killed. I'm using a pickup truck just for the durability purposes. It's not exactly fast. These other guys are using the sprinter body, which I could use, but it doesn't have as many hit points, so it's a trade-off. Do you want lightweight and speed, or do you want more durability? And in a raid where you're having tons of things coming at you and shooting you all the time, I thought durability was the way to go, especially for how this thing is built. I'm not going to be outrunning anybody. This guy's stuck to me. Come on, dude. What are you doing? People. Now you're gonna do it again? Come on. Sorry. I didn't mean to get angry, but it's a little frustrating is that he anchors himself to me. I get disconnected, and then he goes right back and does the same thing again. I mean, you didn't learn the first time. But maybe they're new, and maybe they just don't know. I have to remember that. I am at the lower tier now. There's a learning curve for everybody, so I gotta be a good boy, Ben. Be nice. Had a little bit too much coffee, or I'm just too excited to be streaming, and I'm amped up, and that thing floating up above this guy was a drone, so you have little robot drones that you can use. They're fun to play around with. They have different versions. They have mounted turrets, just stationary turrets. And then they have flying ones, like you just saw, that little hovering one. They have little helicopter blades. And then they have remote controlled cars. That just... I don't know if they're probably robotic controlled. I don't think you control them yourself. But they just drive around. Some of them have guns on them. Some of them have gas tanks that explode. So all kinds of fun. Guy, please stop doing that. Seriously. So you can see what I'm doing with my... Basically, if you're going to play with machine guns, you're basically in a support type role. You don't want to go in the middle of battle. You want to stay back and be like a supporter, basically, support role. Oh, I just ran that guy, sorry, dude. If you have shotguns, you're probably better off, charging in a little bit and having a faster build so that you can get in, do your damage quick, and then get out. Because the shotguns have, less firing, less of a clip. Like the machine gun, I can fire for quite some time. Shotgun will only fire like maybe 5 or 6 shots at a time. And their damage is over a very short range. The farther you go in range, the damage drops off, the accuracy drops off. So, like I said, you gotta get in close, do your damage, get out. The good thing is you get the right kind of shotguns, and they hammer out damage. They will tear through cars, especially at this level. Even the startup shotgun's pretty good. Badge again, probably for destroying weapons like I'm doing. Now see, you can kind of stay out of harm's way with a build like this, and then just peck things away, take away weapons, and then just eventually wear them down. And blow them up, just like I did. And this style of build will last you for quite some time. Hello, Big Band 213. How you doing? Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for joining the video. I'm playing some CROSSOUT. Don't know if you've ever seen it before. It's been around for a while. So that just confirmed my overlays work in game. That's good to know. I wish it had a timestamp though. That way I could see when you said hi, because I might have missed it in the middle of fighting, and I'm sorry if I did. Uh-oh. Where are they coming from? Where's my radar? Oh, that's right, I don't have one. There's one coming over the horizon. Yeah, you're basically limited only by your imagination of what you want to build. You can build just about anything. People build some crazy stuff. You're right about that. I'm just starting out, so I basically did a brand new game just to show everybody from the very beginning, what the game looks like. So I don't have access to a whole bunch of crazy parts, and I'm not doing premium play or anything like that. Just keeping it simple and showing people what the game is like. They've changed a few things about the game over the years too, so it used to be you could look at the exhibition area anytime you wanted to. Now you have to be a certain level to do it, so I wanted to show off the gallery a little bit and get a look at just the crazy things people could build in here. I appreciate you joining. I plan on doing this for at least an hour, probably a little more. I always usually go over. I can't just stop playing for an hour. No way. Not when you're having fun. I was getting my rear end handed to me the whole time. I might think otherwise. Like, I've had enough. Where is the boss man? I don't see him yet. There he is. He's way over here somewhere. Uh-oh. I flipped. That's not good. Please help. Please help. Please help me. No, they're gonna shoot him instead. Well, I was able to still somehow shoot him with my machine guns from the floor. Thank you. Thank you, teammate. This is your nick on CROSSOUT. Okay, well, maybe look that up, or you can send me a message. I don't know if you're on Twitter. You can send me a DM, but I can grab it from here. I doubt you're playing right now, but sure, we can meet up and team up. Now, keep in mind, I'm very low level on this account. Alright, so we did this version of a raid. I'm just going to keep going until I deplete all my fuel. Let me take this down a little bit. Let's see, GABBO 000123. Player not found. I must be typing it wrong. GABO 00. Oh, one more zero. I missed a zero. That could explain it. There you are. Oh, you are in game. Yeah. What power level are you running right now? Let's see. You want to team up and run some raids, or are you doing something else right now? Yeah, I'm doing easy raids myself. And I have enough gas for, I think, 3 more. So, you want to do a couple easy raids together? Okay. I'm running at about, what's my power score right now? About 1800, somewhere around there. 1820. Wow. You were a lot stronger than me. That's overkill. I don't know if you can lower your power score a bit, because I can't come anywhere near that right now. Yeah, if you come in with that kind of power score, the enemies are going to be so strong, they'll just blow me away. Are you sure? All right. You have. I'm going to do this War for Fire. I did the other one previously. Yeah, but I thought everything scales up to the highest person in the group. I guess we're going to find out. Because I know for sure they do that in the upper tier. The second tier up, it definitely does. Because if you're running a 6,000 power score and somebody with 11,000 is in, the 6,000 is going to have a hard time. But we'll see. I'm up for it. So chat, I got my first teammate. And normally I'd guess we could do like a Discord if we were doing this some other way. I don't know if my computer could handle this game streaming and Discord all at the same time. I'm not exactly running the most up-to-date rig. Holy cow, look at that tower build behind me. See what some people are building? They build some crazy things. But see what he can do? He can just come up behind me and basically use me as a shield and shoot over me. That's kind of... it's clever. That was that thing that was shooting me before that I didn't see. The last time I came in here, there was something shooting me over this corner and I didn't see it. Now I found it that time. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I think I said that backwards. I'm like George Bush. Look, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, we can't get fooled again. That was my bad George Bush impression. Those rocket launchers are not fun. I'm trying to yield right away to the big guy. I still couldn't get out of his way. So you must have been playing this game for quite some time to reach that kind of a power score. Glad to see that, you know, it's still around. I'm not sure exactly how old the game is. It's at least a few years old. I can't remember when exactly I started playing it, but the game's changed quite a bit. I remember when you used to do missions and complete them, when you did, like, copper runs and things like that, you'd get a chance to earn a random part, like a wheel or a body part or something like that. Then you had to craft everything, and now they've changed it again, where you get the engineer level stuff just for free as you go up level. I think they needed to do that. Goodbye. Alright, so it doesn't... the power... you're right, power score didn't seem to affect this level at all. I'm having no problems defeating these enemies, and they're not blowing me to pieces instantly. Looks like I'm the odd duck here. Everybody's got these fancy cars, and I'm... look what I'm driving. I got the Yugo. I'm the Honda Civic with the people. This is cool. I'm glad I was able to meet somebody in here and hop in the game with them. That's cool. Hopefully, you know, as I do more episodes, I'll have a better car to run around with. It might be a while, though. Pardon my allergies. Been dealing with them ever since February started. It's just that kind of year. Boy, they love this one area of the map, don't they? Go away. Stop bothering my friend over there. He's on fire. I'll tell you what, fire and napalm launchers are very effective weapons in this game. That burn damage is real. Excuse me. Escort. Uh-oh, give her stroke. Hey, good night, crazy.
Well done. That's right.
I'll get there one day. In my 2-mile-per-hour truck. Uh-oh. Left turn, Clyde. Yeehaw. That almost did not end well for me. Like, at that time I flipped on my roof and was still shooting the boss, somehow. I liked that. That was interesting. I thought for sure I was going to get murdered. But apparently not. So, Lord. And Gabbo is just pushing the guy all along the map, taking him for a ride. That's one way to do it, I suppose. Alright, now that he's done with, we can work on his fringe. Good job, everybody, although I didn't think it was really a question that we were going to win this. Alright. So you got one more and then you're out of gas, okay? Or you just have to do 2 of them. One more. Okay. Well, I will do one more then. Let's run it back. That one went so well, why not? So I do recommend playing this game with friends. It's a lot better. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you come in with, 3 friends, make a team of 4, and go run missions together. Especially in higher levels, so you can strategize and things like that. Going lone wolf is going to be hard because you're going to be going up against other people teaming up, and they communicate well. You can tell when you're going up against a good team. They will just make your day miserable. Unless you got a decent team as well, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. A whole 5 points of damage. I'm sure they're quaking in their boots. Got his weapon too. Another peacemaker badge for me. I'm following all the bigger people. That seems like a good idea. Got that missile launcher. Another tip for people starting out is that, yeah, when you have machine guns, it's tempting to just hold down the fire button and let them all go. But if you'll notice, in my little circles down there representing my machine guns, there's a yellow meter that goes up, and when that fills up, that means you've overheated your guns and they need to cool down. So, fire, let go, and that way you always have some bullets to go to. When you're not stuck waiting for your bullets to cool down when you're getting rushed by somebody. And there are items you can get in the game. There's things that cool down your weapons, that prevent them from overheating as quick, and then there's things that improve the cooldown once they do overheat. So that's a machine gunner's best friend are those things. You get a couple of those things in there and you can pretty much just hold down the button as long as you want, and you're fine. But the reason why I like this game is, first of all, you got cars. You can't go wrong with those, in my opinion. And you got other things too. As I said, you can build bulldozers, tanks, hovercrafts, things with mech wheels, and it's just insane what you can build. Like a crawler. I think they call them spider legs. As I said on one of my little thumbnails, this is like Legos meets Mad Max, because you just get a whole bunch of different car parts, different weapons, and you can just put them together pretty much any way you want. Looks like this guy's running what would typically be called a wedge build. You see the front end's kind of angled down. He's got a battering ram up front. The idea with a wedge is to force yourself underneath another person's car, get them upended so that they can't drive away, and then you're just going to hammer away at the underside of their car while they're stuck on top. Or you're just pinning them down somewhere. They're very effective. I like using wedge builds myself. I think they're pretty good. Probably one of the more effective lower end builds, and if you get one with like really powerful shotguns, I think that's a good way to go too, because you're already ramming the person, then you got them pinned and they can't go anywhere, and then you're just blasting them away with shotguns. This is the missile launcher, gentlemen. I want to get this kid. Stuck behind this tree though. You can shoot these things. See? Shoot them out of the sky. So if somebody's shooting one at you, you have the chance to shoot it out of the sky before it hits you, if you're quick enough and you've got good enough aim. Go for the weapons. Go for the weapons. Then after that, if you feel like it, you can shoot out their tires or just blow them up. The main thing is at least get their weapons taken care of. Because after that, they're pretty much harmless, unless they're player characters, and then they'll self-destruct on you sometimes. And if they get close enough to you, they can blow you up that way. Sorry, Gabbo. I think. Nope, just a purple guy. Oops. I can't drive either. Stay in the background and shoot over everybody. Take out the little guys before we go after the main guy. So those lower tier guys can be a problem. Especially if they got melees like saws and things like that, or fire weapons for sure.
Mission completed. Well done, guys.
Alright. I think that's done. I got enough gas for one more after this, but you're done. So I'll just exit out to the garage so you can exit and get to where you need to go. Good luck to you. It was fun. You can hang out and lurk in my stream if you like. I'd appreciate that. let's see. Alright, I got enough gas for one more, so let's... Oh, they reset. Okay, the War for Fire is the same one again. And where's the other one? The Last Convoy. Let's do that one, because that one's a different. Just let you see all the different variety that we have. Yeah, the reason why I started playing CROSSOUT, even though it is a shooter-type game, which I'm generally not that good at, because I grew up with console gaming for a long, long time, and I was... no, I don't want a game on PC. No, I want to play PlayStation or my Xbox, and you know that's where I like the game because they're better system. Lo and behold, you know, how little I knew back then. Because what I found with the PC is that generally, you know, people like to mod games and improve them, and there's always content you can add and download. So, for me now, PC would be the way to go for just about everything, as far as I'm concerned. I love it for what they've done with Madden. I have a Madden franchise that I'm running on YouTube, because those videos do tend to go quite long, and my computer's not very happy trying to record that and stream at the same time. It just doesn't like it. The video quality is real shoddy. I mean, it works, but it's not great. And I figured, you know, I'll just record them and send them straight to YouTube. The quality's a lot better that way. But I played Madden 20 on PC, and just the gameplay mods alone is worth it. It improves the game so much better. And then people can add custom textures. They've, you know, the stadiums weren't exactly created perfectly out of the bat, or, you know, there was uniform updates and things like that. So people independently went ahead and made those modifications, and you can add them with a PC. You can't do that with a console. I mean, maybe now that consoles are getting a lot stronger, you know, with PS5, they're getting to be more like computers anyway. Maybe it's possible now to do the uniform mods, but not the gameplay mods. Anyway, that's Madden. We're playing CROSSOUT right now. We're trying to protect our truck. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna get out of the way. Guys, got a lot of enemies down here. Let's go get that truck. Got these missile platforms. They will hurt us big time. And the truck. Well, it's been a while. I'm starting to remember these maps now, and how the enemies spawn. Oop, this one comes right up behind me. See, I knew that. I just didn't prepare myself for it. Silly me. Come get some. My machine gun's sitting there. My lovely, lovely cords. Meet my battering ram, silly man. Forgive me if I'm just rambling away. I don't want there to be too much dead air for you all. It might be boring. I don't know how much of the game music you can hear on my stream. Hopefully you're hearing some sound effects. That's something that's a work in progress with me. I just can't hear that in-game content while I'm streaming, because I have headset on. In order to get it to play in the background, I have it set to my television, and I mute that so I don't get reverb and echo and just weird sound. Yep, come over that hill there. Let's got those explosive barbs that will really not make your day fun if they hit you.
Immobilize targets. The best kind. I got him.
See? Oops. Explosive. Best thing I will do.
Keep it up, soldier.
Trying to cycle my guns here so I don't go through a whole ammo clip all at once. Helps with your aiming too, so you can be a little more precise if you're not just firing a stream of bullets everywhere and missing just about everything you're shooting at. It doesn't help. We have to help the truck. I'm gonna head up over here with the truck.
Watch that foot here again.
Truck's in some dangerous territory up here by itself. Holy cow! Those are explosive little mini cars. They can hurt. Take those guys out. Help. There we go. Get away. This guy's got melee on him. That saw blade, they can really work a number on you if you can't get away from them. I usually go for these guys first and take them out, because if they get stuck to you, for some reason it's hard to get away from them. If they attach themselves to you, you're not getting away, and before you know it, the rest of your car is going to be chewed up. Our escort got stuck. That might be a problem. I know he stays here for quite some time. I don't know if he's actually stuck. That matters right now. Oops, sorry guys. Good thing I put that a little bit of armor in the back. Because it is missing. It is missing now. Just saw him. There he is. Yeah, I want no part of that guy standing in front of him with the weapons he's got. Ooh. Well, guess what? Oh, it blew me up before I could self-destruct on him. The game gives you one free repair token if you blow up in a raid. After that, you either have to make more or pay for them. And that's every raid, every time. You get one for free. So you can die once and come back. Oh, I got first place. Good job to me. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. But, don't hold me to that. I have my good days and bad days in this game. The raids are not exactly difficult at this level. Alright, I think I'm out of gas, so that does it for the raids. Oh, I went up a level with the engineers, so now I got a few more parts I can use. I got a little, I don't know, radiator grill is what they call it. Van ramp. Little panel, frame piece. Little 1x4, I think. 1x6. And a front bumper. Okay, cool. And I went up with the... Oh, I got a driver finally. So that's something you could start out with too. You can get a co-pilot, and they have different skills based on, you know, what faction you're running with. There's one that's good with machine guns. I think this guy, Master Jack of all trades, he's got a little bit of bonuses to everything. So I got this rear end of this car now. You see these weird tires. All these things that are grayed out and locked. I don't have the... What do they call that? The Battle Pass. It's their premium package. I think it's like $12 a month or something like that. Somewhere around $10 a month. If I had that, all those things would be unlocked for me and I could have them right now. But I'm keeping it free. I don't need to be spending money on this game again. At least not on this account. Alright, so now what are my challenges? What do I still need to do? I need to do daily missions. I need to win battles, and I think there's a disclaimer there where I need to do... Oh, I got one more raid I could do. I forgot. Okay, so let's do that. Because that'll do my weekly challenge too. So we did the last convoy. That was kind of fun. We'll do the war for fire again, and that'll be my last one. I did my math wrong. Oh, now I got 100. Oh, you know why? I went up a level, so that refilled my gas tank. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do this last one to finish up this weekly, and then we'll move on to the other dailies. I can plan. Really, I can. But yeah, the issue with Gabu, when he joined me, with his 8,000 power score, in that raid it didn't matter. I think it does matter in the higher ones. I could be wrong about that. But if we were teamed up and we were going in regular battles against other people, it would definitely rank me in with the higher group there, and I would not be having a good day. I'd be cannon fodder, which I would be anyway. Most battles, I'm cannon fodder anyway. As I said, I am not elite at this game. I just look good because the game is not terribly difficult when you start. You kind of hold your hand a little bit, and like I said, these raids are not all that difficult as long as you're cautious and you kind of know what you're doing. You know what to avoid. You know how to survive. It's basically try defensively, and then, like, you don't want to be hit by a rocket from behind that you didn't look for. That was silly of me. Know your surroundings, I guess, is the key. You definitely don't want to miss a big rocket launcher behind you that'll blow half your car away before you know it. Keep taking pot shots at me as we're cruising along. There's that idea. He's gone. Little purple guy. Usually what you want to do is stay with one target. If you've started on one and have it partially damaged, don't break off and go after another one, because you'll end up not killing either. And then you've got two people coming after you instead of just one. So take care of the first thing you set your eyes on. The only caveat is if you know that it's a trap. Because it might be somebody that's trying to lure you. They're driving away for a reason. They're trying to lure you into an ambush. So that could be a possibility. That's not usually going to happen with these NPCs, though. They don't have that kind of strategy built into them.
Don't go running for that one.
There we go. Got his guns. Once you get their guns, they're done for. I find that most of the weapons in this game, I would say a good majority of them, are turret mounted, so you don't really have to worry about directional mounting. There are a few caveats. The very first cannon you get your hands on does not have a turret, so it's pretty much forward facing only, and then I think you can change the altitude of it, the arc. That's it, and even that's limited. You basically have, okay, there's a missile coming from somewhere. There he is. I got it. These guys have rocket launchers in them. These guys that have these targets over their head. You can't find them. They just nuke you from orbit. These rockets are no joke. And a lot of times those cars don't come into the front of the battle. Like the rest of these cars, they won't come charging. They'll specifically go to a corner of the map and hide themselves away and just fire missiles. So they're a little tricky. I guess the counter to them would just be have a good radar so you can see enemies appearing on the map a little bit further away. It's helpful. You can just see all the different variety of the builds we have here. And there's no real right or wrong way to do things. It's you just build something that works for you, and you learn that through trial and error what works best for you. I've found that one of the most efficient builds for early on for raids is this kind of a tower build. You may not like this way, but I'm limited as far as my parts and my weapons, so I have to make the best of what I've got, and this is what I come up with. I mentioned the wedge build earlier. I really like those builds. You can use those in raids. You could be fast and agile if you want, and be like a ninja. Hit and run with those shotguns. Or maybe melee weapons. Melee weapons are pretty tough. You gotta be really good to use them, though. Because, obviously, the melee weapon doesn't have any range on it. But when you get up on your opponent and hit him with your melee, you do a ton of damage. And what a lot of people will do is make a melee build with stealth. So that they're hiding and you can't see them coming. And they will also add a turbochargers on the car so that they get a lot of speed, because ramming speed will matter in as far as melee damage. The faster you go, the more damage you do. So, one impact. That guy's got a weapon. I'm trying to get it off of him. I think I just got it. He doesn't have any weapons anymore. Really sure what the NPCs are doing. They're not really focusing on me too much, so more power to them. Like a mad dash frenzy to kill the last couple of enemies, so everybody kind of gets jumbled up on. I was trying to set up a ram there, but it didn't quite work. I got first place again. I didn't see that badge pop up, so I didn't think I got it, but I did. Like I said, and this is by no means a great vehicle. I mean, as far as what it has on it. It's just the approach that I take to the game, which should be fairly standard. A lot of people want the kill stats. Well, you'll get the kill stats if you take the weapons off the car first, and then, you know, you might actually live. Like, you didn't see me dying too many times. That one time I got in a big group of enemies and missiles and things like that, and the boss was right behind me, so he hurt me pretty bad. So I want to come in here and take a look at the co-drivers. So I have this guy. He's the default one from the Engineers faction that everybody starts out with, and his name's Master Jack, and he's already first level. So he increases your vehicle durability by 1%, and then next level with machine guns, he gets a plus 1% to damage. And then a plus 1% to damage with shotguns, plus 1 damage with cannons, and long-sighted. If you have a radar, your radius improves 5%. Then you come down here, more machine gun damage, excuse me. Shotguns, cannons. You get a reputation boost, which is nice. Durability for your machine guns, shotguns, and cannons. More damage for your machine guns, more damage for shotguns, more damage for cannons, more vehicle durability, and increased weight carrying. That's cool. And then Bulldog, he is going to be melee shotgun. So shotgun, self-destruct. When you blow up, you do more damage. Melee weapons do more damage and more explosive damage, and so on and so on. What is this one? Long hands, optimal and maximum range for shotguns. So shotguns, you can shoot from further away and still do better damage. That's good. That's a good upgrade for shotguns. Perseus focuses on machine guns and drones. So sharpshooter machine guns, auto cannons, they're fun. Drones, machine guns, drones, rep bonus. Stone Deaf is cannons. Turrets. Helps your aiming a little better. If you do a truck body style, bonus to max cabin speed plus 5. That helps because those things are slow. They have a ton of hit points on them. They can carry a whole heck of a lot of weight on them. So you can arm them up like a tank, but they move real slow. And then you get into your specialist groups, the extra special factions, the Steppenwolves. Durability for the chassis, durability for the vehicle. Cannons reload faster. Sidekick cooldown. There's special weapons, the clarinet toe, ETGM flute. These are guided. There's unguided and guided missiles. The guided ones can basically, you can kind of control a little bit and aim as you fire them. So you can basically fire them from halfway across the map and hit somebody if you aim it right. This will allow it to fly a little further, so you can shoot it a little bit further away and still hit your target. Those are dangerous weapons because you never see them coming. Jade, what is that? Energy weapons, and Misty. This is all going to be fire. Yep. So let's quick look at that. I still can't look at the exhibition. I got to be level 7. See, that is weird. I don't recall it ever being that way. I thought you could pretty much look at the exhibition any way you wanted. The shop is where you can buy things with the in-game currency if you want, or you can go to the market. Well, I can't yet. I gotta be level 8 to go to the market. You can sell things on the market, like if you have extra machine gun you don't want, you can sell it for a little bit of money, extra building materials. That usually, those, I mean, you can always sell copper and scrap metal. People will always want it. It's just a matter of the price. Gasoline, when you get a gas tank and you go into missions, the specific player versus player missions, and win and survive, you'll get extra gas. That's usually worth a lot, because people will want to get in those last few raids and they'll pay for the gas. So the market fluctuates. You got to just watch it and see when's a good time to buy and when's a good time to sell. So anyway, let me get back to playing the game instead of boring talking, right? So daily missions, I want to take a closer look at this because I think, yeah. So I can win 2 battles of missions, and then it's telling me win 2 battles. Well, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone if I make a shotgun vehicle. So I'm going to go into building, and it's a little wonky, bit of a wonky interface. So I'm going to build. I don't want this tower, obviously, and I don't want my machine guns. But I can keep the same base of this car. This isn't bad, and I can just add to it. Now the question is just what do I want to do with it? Well, I obviously want to put some shotguns on it. So, and Or do I want to use this body? I may change. I might do the faster body. This is going to be a run and gun, and I'm not going to be doing the raid, so I don't really need the extra durability that much. I mean, everything helps, but... Now, these don't have something to mount to. I can fix that real quick. Just move my wheels back. And then they can mount to this. See? Excellent. Nope, don't want to do that. There now. Leave the tires. Is it there? Ugh, get in there. It's not exactly well I want it. This body is a little bit narrower than the other one was. Just chain. I can just lop off this front part because I don't really need it anymore. Put this out in front. Ooh, yeah, because that'll make a nice... Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Because that'll make a nice little cubby hole for my shotguns to hide in. In a world where you hide shotguns behind your front bumper. Now, you can't do this with machine guns or some of the higher level shotguns, but these Luparas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Lupara? These you can mount right next to each other. Some of the other shotguns are take up more room, so you can't do it with those, but you can do it with these happily enough. So I'll just leave it at that. What else do I want to do? I don't think the car necessarily has to be this wide in the back end either. Let's put that there for now. So much for keeping the build the same, right? I'm just rebuilding the whole car. No. I don't want to put the wheelbase too close together, because if you do that, the vehicle becomes a little... the steering just gets a little wonky. It'll turn on a dime, but you know, you might flip over. The steering gets a little weird. And since I have 2 energy left, I could add a machine gun, which might not be a bad idea. I mean, normally you wouldn't mix machine gun and shotgun, but shotguns have such poor range that I could go 2 ways with this. I could add a cooler, which would cool down my shotguns and let them fire a little bit faster, and then something else, which maybe a radar, so I can see enemies coming. Or I could put in a machine gun and have some range damage too. And I think that might be the way I'll just go that way. It couldn't hurt. That way I'm not solely dependent on the machine gun, or the shotgun rather. Alright. And, okay. Maybe I lied. I'll put them closer together. Just because I don't like that little seam right there. Put my Relocation taillights on. Mount them to something that's actually solid. Alright, so now I got the base vehicle. And I'm not going to leave my bumper hanging out like that. Come down here to these hatchets and I'll mount them underneath. Flip them upside down so that they're more like lifts. So that way, the idea is I'll get under another car and have them ram into my bumper for a little extra damage. They'll kind of get pinned. It's not exactly a wedge, but it's kind of the same idea. And then they'll be right in the line of fire of my machine gun and my shotgun. So that could make them have a bad day, as I like to say. Somebody's gonna have a bad day. I'll put these little fenders, extra fenders. They work with smaller tires. I got these wheels a little too big. I could put my rear bumper on. Why not? I mean, I don't want to go crazy with the power skill, but power score, rather. Sure, that looks great. It looks great. My taillights are in the way. I want to see if I can actually put it on the back part, though. That would look ridiculous enough. Sure it can. There we go. I got a stylish truck. It's like the Volkswagen Rabbit pickup truck. Or the little compact trucks that people sport out. I don't know if you guys have seen those. Most of you probably don't even know what a Volkswagen Rabbit pickup truck is. That is a thing. And the Volkswagen Rabbit, for those that don't know, the Volkswagen Golf is what it is now. It used to be called the Rabbit years ago. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it by that way. It's a TMBG shout out there. They might be giants. Okay, I don't think I really need to go that much crazier with this. I think I've got everything on there I need. And sometimes you can go paralysis by analysis and over-engineer something. Sometimes it's just better to keep it simple. There's a fuel barrel that I could use. I'm not going to use it because I'm going to be doing something called patrols. They're a little bit easier to do, and then somewhere down the line I'll do PvE. But these are just to get these missions done quicker. And it is already past an hour. See, I started at 10:30. I told you I'd go longer than an hour. I normally do. As long as I'm having fun, my throat holds up, and I'm not feeling terrible. Grab a sip of something to drink. Pardon me. Gotta lubricate the instrument there. Alright, let's go. Use these shotguns and win some battles. And then after, I'll have to see what kind of missions they give me to do. It's like I said, wow, 2176. So I'm going up, you can see these power scores, they're all 1800 and above. I'm not even 1600. So I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball there. I'm going to have to be careful and smart. Look at that nice purple paint job on that car. Just to unlock some custom paint at some point. This is Captain Obvious. Holy cow, here they all are. And that one's going already. Uh-oh, you don't want to be caught out in the open like this. Go after the weapon. Go on. Just go on. That guy's got a cannon. Those are always fun to go against. Say fun in quotes, because they're not. You can see this vehicle chassis is quite a bit faster than the other one I was running.
Well done. Fantastic work.
And I don't tend to do as well with at least these lower end shotguns. As you see, I was getting first place in a lot of MVPs, but I have to get in the right position and then do enough damage to get my kills. And it's a little bit harder to aim with the shotguns precisely to aim specifically for weapons. You're just going with your best shot. You know, it's just like firing a shotgun. It just kind of scatters out. It's not a rifle. You can see the difference in speed between the pickup truck chassis I had and this little, what they call the Sprinter chassis. It's made more for a dune buggy. And it is cruising along at about 90 kilometers an hour. Some enemies should be coming just over this horizon soon.
The capture is on.
Generally they're here.
People. No
There they are. I mentioned this last episode. Uh-oh. They had a big boom gun and they... There's more than one way to win these little battles. Oh, this guy's hurting me bad. Ooh! I got taken out! Oh no! I overextended myself. And I took on something I probably shouldn't have. But you can kill all the enemies. You can go camp that base and turn it your team's color. You can destroy more of their vehicles as time runs out. You see the timer at the top of the screen. Don't know if you can see that. My cursor, that is, floating around it, highlighting it. But when that runs out, if you have more vehicles on your team than the enemy does, you get the win. So there's a number of ways to win. So right now, if time would run out, they have 3 cars, we only have, it looks like 2, from what I can see. One of my overlays is over the list of names on my team, so I can't tell. But they were definitely capping the base, and now it looks like they're fighting for control of it. Gray Rusley seems to be more than capable of handling it. There we go. So I didn't survive, but we won anyway. And I, scored a lot. Well, look at the points that they got. That's a lot of points for them. Congratulations to them. Alright, so those were my 2 missions done. Let's see what it tells me now. Now it wants me to win 3. 3 battles and missions or raids, and I have to do 3 with shotguns, so I gotta just keep on going. Just get those dailies done. Oh, they also have a thing, I'll show it to you in just a minute, is the reputation booster. You start out the day with a full reputation booster and you earn a little bit of extra experience, or reputation, they call it, as you go up in level. But as you go through the day and use that up, it decreases and decreases until you just don't have any anymore. And then it's a real grind. The experience comes in a crawl. And it's almost like it's not even worth playing unless you're just like collecting parts or something like that. You don't want to stay in front of a guy with a tank gun on. Oops, I can't drive. I ran into a train. That's usually not a good idea. Everybody else should be at the base.
Coming out. Say hello to my little friend.
There we go. Boy, I think I killed 1 person. But it counts. I didn't get very many points on this. Yeah. I only found 1 person to take care of. Everybody else was taken out before I even got there. Okay, I got a blueprint for a steering wheel. I got this racing steering wheel now. So I could create it if I wanted to. I'll show you how I can do that. If we go to the factions, this guy normally wouldn't be here, but since it's an event, this shop is here, and now that blueprint should be here. Crafting. And there it is. So if I want to build it, I need 1 of these tires first, and 1 of the other tires, which I don't have anyway, and a whole bunch of materials that I probably don't have either. Those are pretty high tier tires.
We're gonna get 'em now, guys.
Look at what map I'm on here. Getting a little careless with my positioning. And that cost me a couple of times. I remember I'm not running machine guns either, I'm running shotguns, so I gotta change up my play style a little bit. I get so used to using one weapon.
First contact.
There's
Taking the beach. Cover me.
I'm gonna look for a one-on-one. I think this guy was coming around here. Line up a ram and I completely missed.
We lost another one.
I think. I thought there was another guy down here.
They're on my rats from a sinking ship.
Flawless. I didn't even get hit. I didn't do much, but I didn't get hit. Yeah. You see how different I am with shotguns. I don't use them that often because, like I said, I think I prefer machine guns. And then there's longer range weapons like cannons and such. Not that I'm good with cannons. Let's take a look at the factions again, see how what kind of materials this thing needs. So it cost me 6 currency, which I don't have. You know, these battles are coming up a little too quick. I can afford to up my power score a little bit because I am being completely outclassed here. But, you know, then if I start making something around 1900, they're going to put me in with people that are like 2000 power score. That's kind of how this game does things. But, so I should probably aim for like around an 1800 battle power score.
Bad guys incoming.
I don't think anybody's going to come save me either. I'm going to try going for kills. Hello, guy. You see a little counter going down. I can self-rate self-rate myself. Yeah, that makes sense. This guy's going to come help me. Thank you. It matters very little now. I don't even know where the enemies are. I would assume they're not over here anymore.
Capturing the base. Cover me.
I have to assume they're over by their base. Yeah. See what? It's not a good idea to flip. It takes you out of the battle for sure. So I'm going to get a cheap win for that. Not exactly thrilling content for that, but oh well. Sometimes you just take what you can get. So, completed the 3 battles with shotguns. That clears that. What is the other daily challenge I have? Complete 4 daily challenges, but I guess this would be... Gotta go on missions with cannons. Well, that's going to take a completely different... I'm definitely going to use my truck body for this. Although, I mean, I could use this body, but I don't think it would be very efficient. Let's strip this down. I know building is not exactly thrilling, but it's part of the game. You have to kind of change what you're doing based on what your needs are. And right now I need to use a cannon. And I think having a heavier cab is the way to go for that. I could be wrong. Oh, that's why I can't do that. I got this little piece here in the way. And center it. I probably don't need this there anymore. Do. You know what? With this cannon, I'm going to change my philosophy a bit. This is going to look a little weird, but since I can't... It really is a point-and-click weapon. I mean, you really can't do... It doesn't... It's not mounted on a turret, so you can't swing it around and shoot in any direction you want on this level of this item. So it's a little bit garbage. I don't care for it that much, but it can do pretty good damage if you're good with a weapon like this, which I'll admit I'm not very great at cannons, even with the better ones. So these might not be fun for me. Yes, I'm trying to center that if you don't mind. So yeah, it looks a little bizarre, but bear with me. And then we'll put a machine gun up here for a little bit of extra firepower. And I still have 1 energy left. I'm not really sure. Maybe this would be a good idea to put a radar on. That way I can get range on my enemies. Where do I put my wheels? Well, it seems kind of weird, but I can't put just 2 wheels on this long chassis. So I'll have to make it even a little bit longer. And then we can just put some extra wheels right in the middle. 6-wheel is not a bad option to go, or even 8 if you've got that many and you can fit them on there. That way, you know, if you're running 4 tires and you only have 2 steering wheels and one of them goes out, you're done for. You can't turn anymore. It makes driving rather difficult. I can rather have it this way. As the goofy build continues. I want a bumper. I already got my front bumper on. Something to mitigate damage in the rear. Give me some protection here. I'm hemming and hawing just because I really don't have a lot of building pieces to work with as far as just building material. I just don't have a lot. I just gotta throw things together at this point and hope for the best. I'm not really concerned about somebody poking a hole in my little doodad there, the radar. It's just more about protecting my cab from behind. Yeesh. Protect the cannon a little bit. Oh. To the side of it, so you don't want to do that. Fire a little bit wonky. I know what I'm doing. I really do. So bear with me if you're Join in the chat as I build my vehicle. I know this is kind of slow, but it's kind of necessary. I have to build a vehicle to meet the mission requirement. I have to destroy things with a cannon. I don't particularly like these missions with the cannons. They force me to use a weapon I don't really like, but I guess it's forcing you to get to know the game a little bit. And variety is the spice of life. I mean, eventually it would behoove me to learn it anyway at some point. Cannons are a very viable weapon in this game. A lot of people play like tanks. You know, make a big, strong, slow vehicle and drive it around like it would be if you're playing like World of Tanks or something like that. And it works for them. Me, I'm not really well versed at that style of play. I'll have to something I have to work on for sure. I think part of the problem why I was so bad with cannons before is when I first started playing this game, I figured, you know, play it with a joystick. Well, while I think it helps driving with the joystick, what it hurt with was turret speed. When you aim with your gun, joystick is slower than a mouse. You can aim a lot quicker with a mouse than you can with the joystick. The joystick just has a built-in delay in this game, and no matter how much I tweaked it, I couldn't get a setting that I liked, and it was just difficult for me. I can put 3 more pieces on here. I've got 1 more energy. I might as well put something I can use. Let's see, if I take that radar out, that gives me how much? Oh, that radar didn't take up an energy spot. I thought it for sure did. It uses no energy? Well, I didn't realize that. I think for sure it did before. Alright, so I will put in a core, a little radiator. It's not going to help my cannon any, but that will let my machine gun cool down a little quicker. And now I have 2 more pieces I can put on. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Running boards, fenders, bumper. I mean, there's really no point in putting that on. Let's put some running boards on. Why not? It's an off-road truck, isn't it? I guess. I don't like how they grayed it out because I can't see it now. Yes, that looks perfect. That's how running boards go on a car, right? Okay, well, that's not working great. Here we go. I'll put it over here around my machine gun, give it a little bit of protection from that side and from the other side. Why not? Not like it really matters at this point. Isn't it beautiful? There. And let's paint the thing ugly brown. The amazing brown color. Alright, so, okay, that's good. I can now fire my machine gun with one button, and now my right mouse button can be used for my cannon, because I don't want to be continually firing my cannon as I'm firing my machine gun, because you have limited shots with a cannon. Yeah, it does a lot of damage, but you see I only have 12 shots with it. You can see how heavy it hits. But even so, this little dink car is going to take about 8 shots from this cannon to destroy. It's just, I think it should be more powerful than that, considering what you're giving up. The one thing about it, though, is the firing range. Let's see if I can hit this target. Yeah, you just gotta get the arc, the angle of fire just right. So you see, I can do a lot of damage from distance. And if you're really good, you can shoot these things like all the way across the map and hit a target and just bomb out another car and they don't even know it's coming. That's if you're really good with these things. I, however, am not that wonderful. And it's a lot easier if you have a targeting scope to hit your, get these targets. See, now I'm out of weapons, or out of bullets with that thing. But what you can do is there's ammo packs you can add to the car. So you get some extra shots. Okay, so let's try some more battles now. Let's see if I can do anything with these cannons. Like I said, this won't go well because I'm not usually that good at them. But I gotta try, right? Because the missions depend on it. And I will use up this gas. You don't want to leave that fuel sitting there. If you have it, use it. I just want to clear out some of these other missions first. If I'm going to do a raid, I'd rather do it with my raid buggy that I built at the beginning of this episode. Oh, this map is fun. Should be able to get some long-range hits here. Over the edge, please. That's right. Never mind. This thing can't aim down all that well. I keep forgetting it's a very limited cannon. Oops! Wow! You see all the damage I did to that guy just with one shot of the cannon? The only problem is if somebody gets in my way, they block my shot, pretty much negating all the damage I can do. I don't know if I blew him up with my cannon shot or not on that one. Looks like somebody else is using one as well. Defeat or help defeat 5 enemies in missions using cannons. Now, I only used it once. I don't recall. I know I probably killed 2. Maybe 2? Well, well, here we go. I got credit for 2 kills and 4 assists, so that's 6 total, and they're counting all of that. So, I just did that in one I didn't expect that. I just did that in one mission. So that made quick work of that. In one battle, destroy 60 parts with shotguns. I still have to do that. Okay. That's one I need to work on. One battle, destroy 2 modules. Blah, blah, blah. Blind Fury, 60 parts with rockets. I don't have any rockets, so I'm not going to be able to complete that. Start crafting 2 or rarer parts. Well, I can't do that until I unlock the market, because I need to be able to sell some things to get some in-game currency so I can rent out the workshops to buy things. If that all makes sense to you. How's my speech? If you liked it, we'll work together. See ya, rookie. Okay, Scar. I know Scar for a long time. See, the grammar in this is pretty terrible. I was reading some of these yesterday, and I was like, what? An extremely clever type, always looking for all the benefits, but he protects his own, and I respect him for that. Yay, a new cab. Yippee. The mentor always tells you how to blow something up, and I will try to teach you how to stay alive. You already realized that local survivors usually plaster the cabin with anything to protect themselves. But that is not all. Weapons are also important to protect, and other equipment. Remember, the more parts in your car, the higher your chances of survival. Time to rebuild the armored car. I heard one of ours got a great new paint. The guys are almost ready to hand it to you, but they've got doubts. Your reputation among the engineers is not good enough yet. You know what to do, right? Yeah, more missions, obviously. This is the Nomad faction. Ulysses. Time and distance are relative, do you know? Unconditional is the only path that you pass, or do not pass. This is your choice. This is Ulysses, the leader of the nomads. He is always so flowery. They spend almost all of their time traveling, and they're a bit... Found ourselves. Yes, found ourselves. Thanks, Ivy. But our travels are never without worry, Survivor. Raiders everywhere. But you won't be afraid of them. But you won't be afraid of them? Ready to go on a raid? Well, I got another spoiler. It's my second one of those. Okay, so apparently they want me to go on a raid. Complete an easy raid. Well, good thing I still have gas left to do so. But now this means completely rebuilding my car. I didn't save that blueprint for my tower build either, did I? Well, I should have done that. Let me save this one so I don't have to build this one again when that mission comes up. Cannon. Pretty straightforward. And now I can just assemble that immediately. And I'm just going to tear this thing down. I mean, I could go with Doink. And build it from... Well, that's not even the right truck. Alright, so I'm going to build it from scratch, simply. Goodbye. And I may go with the faster version this time rather than the pickup truck. See how I like speed. Because I feel the need for speed. Let's go with a little bit of a wider platform. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's go ahead. I don't think I need a three-wheeled car at this point. Maybe. Maybe. Nah, let's keep it two-wheeled for now. See if these fenders can go over these little wheels here. I might need the really small fenders. Okay, I'm gonna mount them to a body part, so it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to check that real quick. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's the only problem with building that like this. You can't put any weapons underneath of it. want them. Oops. As I said, interface on this could be a little better, to say the least. And we're going to use this. Bear with me. I know this is boring. I apologize, but it's necessary evil if I'm going to do reads. You're wondering why I'm building this funky thing. There's a reason for it. You've seen how I do things. If you're here earlier, you saw why I build this thing for raid, and if not, you're joining me now, you'll find out why. In a raid, it just makes sense. Want my 4 machine guns up here. You saw me do my raids earlier, you saw how well this kind of build works, as long as I'm not stupid. And there's always that possibility that I do something stupid. Never underestimate that. The power of my own stupidity. do. What else do I want on here? I'm not sure. I'm like lost in my own thoughts. Let's see, probably going to want to armor this thing somehow. Even though I don't have a tire there, I'll just put a fender here for some extra durability. Durability. I like durability. It's good. I don't like exploding. It's bad. Okay. Blowing up is bad, okay? Not sure what in the world I'm doing here. Just throwing some stuff on my car and hoping it works. And that's a good way to build, right? I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna put it here and hope it works. I know some repair shops operate that way. I won't mention them by any names. You know who you are, repair shops. This part don't fit. Well, it's the only part we got. We'll make it work. Huh, that didn't fix your problem? What a surprise. Well, I thought for sure just shoving something in there wasn't going to work. Let's give it the appearance that something is in here. Would you? There we go. Thank you, builder interface, for actually working for once. And what do we want to do? That there. And there. It's the best looking thing ever. You know what? Instead of putting it there, let's put it here for my cat. Let's protect something important. Yeah, they're gonna shoot my bed. They're not really gonna get much of anything out of that. There's nothing in there for the most part. How Not to Build a Car by Ben Manu. If you want your car to look good, don't build it this way. If you want your car to work, also don't build it this way. That's not where I was. Okay. It looks like something now. Never mind, I gotta put these pieces in. I gotta remove 4 pieces now. Bummer. Well, so much for the roof. And I gotta lose one more thing, too. Who cares about these things? Really? Not doing much of anything. I don't think the NBCs are going to care that much. I'm going to be too busy shooting everything. Ben builds a stupid looking car in 5 million easy steps. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot some things. Shoot some things. Shoot. Let's see, we can do perimeter breach. Let's go ahead and do that one. Sounds good. By the way, if you're watching this, I'm planning on something that I put on Twitter. A world exclusive. It's something that I believe nobody else knows about. It is a gameplay exploit, I guess is the best way to put it. It's not really a code. It's not a cheat. It's just finding something in the game that works in a way that I'm not sure they intentionally did. Or if they did, they didn't tell anybody about it. But I'm planning, because I have over 50 followers now, I announced, hey, if I get 50 followers, I'll put this little tidbit out there on the internet, finally. I've looked. I don't see it listed anywhere, so I don't think anybody else really knows about it. And I don't want to say too much, because I might give a little too much away. But it's going to be baseball related. It's going to be, a very good pitcher. A pitcher that basically can't lose. And not only can't he lose, but he will be amazing in the process. There will be a reason why he can't lose. I'm just trying to figure out a day of when it might be best to present it. What's a good, maybe on the weekend when people will be, have a little more free time to hopefully join, because I want to do it live. And I want people to be in the chat to see it, to witness it live. So I got to take that into consideration. So maybe over the weekend, maybe on a Saturday, I'll have to see how my schedule holds up and see if it works for me. And I will announce that in due time, like a week ahead of time, so people can plan accordingly if they want to join me for this exploit that anybody could do if they knew about it. What is this guy doing over here? He was asking for help, I don't know why. Maybe he was stuck on something, I don't know. So this is why I like it. I have good firing range. Hello? Back up, please. Thank you. Oop. Trying to back up and the other guy runs into me. Do. We need traffic lights. Get those turrets out of here. Those are killers. I want to go walking into the line of fire of those guys. They'll make mincemeat of your car. Dude. Where'd you get your driver's license? Out of a Cracker Jack's box. Something I can do here is I can park down this hill, and because I have a tower, I can shoot things from down here, and they can't really do a whole lot about it. Wave after wave of enemy coming now. Put down his weapon first. It's the most important thing. If I can't say it enough, take out their weapons. An enemy without a weapon can't hurt you. Become useless. Of course, blowing them up doesn't hurt either, but if you're using machine guns like this, you're not killing things in one or two hits. Maybe you've got a big cannon or a grenade launcher or something, rocket launcher or something, you can do that. But you get a lot of extra points just for blowing away weapons. The game really likes you doing that. The more valuable the weapon, the more points you get for it. So, we gotta pick up these cargo boxes and take them back to the starting point to beat a boss, but you can see these people are probably going to race ahead, and then they're going to get caught behind by these people, and they're going to wonder what's going on. You should have stayed behind to take care of these people. Now they're going to get a surprise. I don't know what that other guy is doing. He should be joining us. I don't know if he disconnected or what here. To this mission. There seems to be a little bit more enemies spawning in these missions these times around. I don't know what that other guy's doing. He's like, defend. There's nothing to defend. We've already taken out those enemies back there. The game's literally telling you what to do. Go to the evac area. I guess he didn't get the memo. Okay, wow, I just barely made... He's gonna go take out... try to take on the boss all by himself. Okay, go Rambo. Good way to get yourself killed. Uh-oh. And it didn't even hurt the boss. It exploded like that. Should have did some damage to him. You put me all the way back here? What in the world? Oh, come on, dude. Are you serious with this? They spawned me. What the car doing there? The car went haywire. The boss literally has like a sliver of health left, and me blowing up on him did nothing. And the invincible bridge, apparently. You can't shoot through a bridge. What are you, insane? So anyway, it was a little convoluted. I see in you the spirit of a nomad survivor, and this means that our paths will cross. Oh, goody. And I get a flag. It is much easier to earn reputation if the flag is mounted on the car. Everyone's gonna see which faction you belong to and who you fight for. You just got one. Mount it and try to do your best in the next mission, destroy the enemy, or help your ally. So what those flags do is everybody on your team, if you win, you get an experience booster. You'll see the difference right away. Just remember the flag is short-lived, so you need to earn reputation before it's completely frayed. So it's limited use, is what they're telling you. And you don't have to use it right away. Generally, you're just putting a big shoot me sign on you when you use one of those, because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Let's see. A daily complete 4 daily challenge. I thought I just did, but apparently that one didn't count. Survive school. Defeat or help defeat the enemy in missions having planted a flag on your vehicle, of course. Special events. Today marks your first ever Blade Spines assignment. Okay, let's go to the adventure. That will probably be my next daily. I can also show you a random adventure, because I have a mission to do several of those in a day. So, clear some of them out. Let's do this solo mission and get this taken care of. These tower raid build work pretty well in this area too. It's just a big open world. You'll come across groups of bandits and random materials you can pick up. Apparently you have a very loud vehicle parked outside. I don't know if it's being picked up on my microphone. I have no idea why it's here. Maybe they're doing some kind of repairs or something else, but I don't know. Here's my away mission marker over there by the den, they call it. Way over there and do their silly little mission. Yes. And here's a random mission right here. So I'll take care of one of these while I'm at it. think this is a scouting mission, so I just go to these checkpoints for a period of time. There will be enemies that sometimes spawn near the areas, so you have to be careful of that. I know there's enemies right over there on this one. I can see one right now. Oops. That came out of nowhere. Didn't see him. Whoa! Almost got hit by that guy. You see, I don't know if you can see, he's got some dual saw blades on the front of his car. Those things hurt if they get a hold of you. They just chew right through your armor. Even if you got like a heavy bumper on and stuff, it'll just chew right through that too. So you're not safe. Melee weapons are very, very powerful in this game if you know how to use them right. There's builds that are solely devoted to them. You know, you make something fast with a lot of armor on the front, so you can take some hits. Maybe go stealth build and then put one of those turbo boosters on you, so you can speed up real quick and get to your enemy. And then boom, you're right on top of them. And then if you did it right, you pretty much get them stuck like glue to you. I don't know what it is with melee weapons where it's like they hook onto you and you just can't get away from them. And they just chew through your car. These search quests are usually pretty easy. There's some where you go and like you try to find some hidden crates. There's one that tell you, hey, you got to go to this area and defeat a few enemies. Woo! Luckily, they don't have fall damage in this game. Few RPGs that have that. You fall down a hill, you get killed. I mean, it's realistic. I mean, if you would have jumped a car off of a cliff that high, that car's suspension would be gone. It'd probably kill the driver, or at least severely hurt them. That guy's got some massive weapons on his car. Massive ouch ouch. There's a little bit of a turf war going on here between these two factions. I seem to be stuck in the middle of it. Anyway, I think I will go this way to get to my objective. And forego those things because those are a little bit above my punching weight. I mean, I could kill them if I wanted to. It would just sit here and take forever to do it. Do I get in? Oh, there's another one. Well, I'm gonna have to come through here anyway, so I might as well. Forcing my hand to do this. Okay, he's got more big boom booms. There's a couple of melee weapons, but they're not going to help him now. Try taking blow off his tires while I'm at it. It's really make you suffer. Goodbye. I know you have a friend too over here somewhere. Accomplished by running straight into me like that, but thank you for making yourself an let's get little turrets. Those turrets can be dangerous. I don't know if you can get them, but I know the enemy has turrets they can put down that are basically grappling hooks that anchor to the ground, and they get a hold of you and you can't drive away. You have to destroy them or eventually have them just run out. wear out after time. It takes a long time for them to do that, though, to just break free from them. What is this, a small army coming here? How many of you do I have to destroy before you get the message that you probably don't want to mess with? I mean, did you see all that, guys? Do you really want to come and get some more of this? Yeah, they did take my front end off. Oh well. What I'm about to be doing shouldn't be that difficult. I don't care about that little gadget. And now I am back, a little bit back end heavy. Because I'm missing a good portion of my front end. I have now more weight towards the back end of my car. You'll see the front end bouncing up a little bit in the air as I go over bumps. And it'll affect the handling too, because, you know, I'm losing contact with some of my steering wheels. And I'm done, so I'll get some reputation and things for that. And I have, like I said, I have a mission where I have to do like 20 of those within the week. I've already got, I think that's my 10th one so far, so I'm doing pretty good on that. I'm not going to do 10 more today. Maybe in the next stream I'll take care of those. Because it's just me running around the map and just doing a whole bunch of driving and stuff. And it would make this video. Well, Munch, shall we test the treated? Sure, boss, he's got what it takes. Then today he's picking up presents alone. Presents. You see the timer counting down to group. It needs help, okay. There's a present. So I gotta go to these little spots on the map, pick up these 4 presents, and I'm sure there's going to be enemies sitting there waiting for me. So, you just have that setting on default in your head that there's probably going to be enemies to fight wherever you're going. If someone doesn't offer presents, mark it down. Do not engage. You and the boys are going to see why the heck some people are not feeling grateful enough, and you need to stay low. Okay. Thanks, I guess. He's giving me an order to not engage the enemy, but if they come shooting at me, guess what I gotta do? I gotta shoot back and protect myself, right? Can't just let them take pot shots at me and kill me. I mean, I could, but it's not gonna do anybody any good. It's not gonna do me any good. I'm sure they don't care. Search the pile of garbage. Yeah, this is definitely a spawn spot for enemies, usually. Alright, on to the next. And I'll take a look at something, look at the time, see what other missions I have to do, because, you know, the daily missions run out daily, and I only have a limited window to do them. And I'd like to take care of everything on stream, live with you guys, so you can see the progress I'm making, but, you know, the whole point of being able to progress in this game is to get those dailies done so you can get your reputations and the bonuses, so you can make bigger and better things. And if I don't do that, I'm losing out. I shoot myself in the foot, basically. But I don't want to make 6-year-long videos that nobody wants to watch, you know? But I was joined earlier by Big Band 213, who popped up in chat. We grouped up for a little while. He has a very strong car at 8,000 power score, but believe me, there's guys that would put that number to shame. No shame on him. He's got a great vehicle. But that just goes to show you, you know, how big the sharks are in this game, or the whales as they call them. And we teamed up for a couple of raids. He had a couple of missions he wanted to do, so it was nice to meet him and hang out with him for a little bit and see his truck, or his vehicle rather. I think it was a pretty big truck of some sort. I'm sure he was laughing at my startup vehicle. For the most part, that's what this is. I just thought that was neat. I got to meet somebody on my channel through Twitch, and then I got to meet him in the game, because they play it. So I'm sure that's why he was watching, just because he's interested in this game, thankfully. And we got to play together. And we added each other on here, so maybe we'll team up again in the future. Who knows? We'll see how schedules go and things like that. But he's at a different stage of the game than I am. So it wouldn't really benefit him much to team up with me. There's that melee weapon. See, that's why another thing, you know, you have this tower for the arc of fire. You want to be able to shoot and cover every area of your vehicle if you can. Now, sometimes it's going to be not possible to get everything, depending on what build you have to go with. Like, if you have to use a cannon, well, cannons use up a whole lot of power score, and that doesn't leave you a whole lot of room for other vehicle, you know, other weapons. Alright, now they want me to go pick up what the other person lost. Another ambush, I'm sure. But you saw how that melee car got behind me. And had my weapons not been able to reach down far enough, I wouldn't have been able to shoot him and get him off my bumper, and he would just chewed through my whole car. And it happens like in a blink of an eye, so you gotta be quick to get those guys off of you once they get to you. Darn! The collector's down! Get the killer! Oh boy, look at that thing. So I'm glad I went with the faster build, because I gotta chase this guy down before he runs away, so I'm gonna go for his tires. Yeah, see, if I had my truck, I probably wouldn't be keeping up with... Oh, he's got one, so I forgot. How silly of me to assume that he didn't. Well, that was a lot easier than I remember. I was all busy, like, rushing here, and he's done everything himself. Nice! Fierce Hog will want to take revenge on the vultures. Get back to base. We need to talk. Alright, so now I gotta go to the base, I think. Nope, they're just gonna say it's done. Alright, they're probably gonna want me to get my next mission from there, but I've completed the one I needed to do. So when you're driving around here, you see that light post over there? It might be hard to see, but you see a big pole right where my aiming reticle is. And there's a light shining off of it. You'll see it, but that's your beacon to show you, hey, they got one of these random missions that pop. Well, it's not really random, but they have one available. Sometimes the lights won't be on. That means that mission's been taken already. And this one, I'm looking for cargo containers. I'm just going to do this one real quick to show you another variation of these pickup missions you can get. So there's going to be these boxes scattered around in this circular area, and your job is to figure out where they are. And sometimes you get lucky and you just find them right away. Other times it's like you're looking for a needle in a haystack and you can't find any of them. What I normally do is spread out to one of the perimeters and make sure there's nothing there. Now sometimes they also extend beyond the range. From time to time you'll find something outside the bubble, which I think is kind of cheating, but I didn't make this game, so I didn't make the game, I only play it. If I remember correctly, there's some of these inside the fort. Yes, there should be. There's one. There should be like one or two more in here somewhere. There's another one up there on that ridge. And I think there might be another one right around the corner. I think there's one around here somewhere. Maybe not. Yes, there was, right at the entrance, so I was correct. There should be 3. I need 2 more, and now it's the fun time to figure out where they put them. I used to remember, I used to have these almost memorized because I had to, you know, you repeat these so often, so, you know, it becomes clockwork almost. Second nature. I'm gonna have to hunt around because I don't remember. I think over here is probably, yeah, I do remember, they're over here. I believe one's up over here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so I remembered. So I'll finish this and go back to the garage. And I finished that mission that they wanted me to do. Finished a couple of side missions, which I needed to do as well for another challenge. Did they give me credit for that? Complete the 4 daily challenge. What is my 4th one? I don't know that one. Win 8 battles and missions with scrap metal as the reward. That's a weekly challenge. Which I got plenty of time. I got 3 more days for that. That's not going to be a problem. What is the next day? It says complete the 4 daily challenges. Well, where's the 4th one? So it's not these special events. It's not the survival's path, because I already did one of those. And that didn't count towards this. So what is the other challenge? Because I don't see it. That's weird. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I haven't seen this. I should have 100%. There is no other daily challenge listed. Unless I'm missing something. These special events aren't daily missions. Yeah, see, that expires in 3 days, so it can't be a daily. This expires in 6 hours, so whatever expires in 6 hours would probably be it. And I don't see anything. 3 days. And there is no expiration on that. What is the other daily one? I don't see one. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, and 3 days. Okay, I don't know what I'm missing. There's something that they're not gonna let me do. I don't know why it's not here. I think that's a bit of a ripoff, to be honest. I don't recall ever seeing that before. Alright. I guess what I'll do, I'll go ahead and do the Survivor's Path. I don't think that's going to do anything, but it shouldn't take me too long. All I got to do is stick a flag on the car. Okay, I activated it. And just go and do a mission with it. I'll just throw it in the middle of my car here. And let's go do a battle. I'm sorry I'm going over. I hope you don't mind. I hope you're enjoying this content. I hope introducing people to this game that maybe they never played before, or maybe they played it in the past, and this will spark their interest to get back into it, because there's still plenty of people playing it. And they keep updating it with these seasonal events that give you more content to choose from. Like this one is, you can see that little pop-up right there. It went by pretty quickly. It's the Syndicate, and it looks like it's based on like Japanese car customization and drift racing. They're not drifters, they're drift racers. Drifters is like a vagrant or, you know.
I'm on the point. Catch going live.
I'm being sort of at least one, but I got teammates around, so that's nice.
Let's see him try this. Barefoot.
Let's start putting here.
One enemy
I'm
down.
shooting a roof. That's probably not helping anybody. Okay, one down. Oops. Okay, guys. It would be helpful to not drive into each other. Seems to be a favorite thing of hers people to do. It is tough when you're trying to track down, you know, keep track of an enemy and track them down, and then you got people driving around you too that you got to watch out for. You're not really paying attention to your teammates. You're trying to survive and take down a target, so your focus is on them. So we won with my flag. That should satisfy the survival challenge. Okay, so that was a daily, apparently. Daily challenges and special. Well, that's special. So no, it didn't count. So I don't understand, because these two are specials. I don't see another daily listed here. This doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm not high enough level to unlock that? Daily challenges. All challenges completed. So how am I 3 of 4 if they've all been completed? Does this make sense to anybody? Well, that explains it. Game's going a little haywire. But yeah, you can get parts to make that car and that truck. If you need a new flag, it can be crafted in the engineer workbench, but I wouldn't advise to hurry and do it right now. Soon your armored car is going to need an upgrade, and resources will be handy for crafting parts. You don't say. New armored car? Not bad, rookie. I think now you can handle more complex tasks. Well, gee, thanks. In order to win, it is not always necessary to shoot. Sometimes it is enough to seize the base to establish control over the territory. I've mentioned this before in the streams. To capture the base, you need to be smarter than your opponent. And you are not that simple, right? Show me what you can do. So they're going to say go capture, go in a fight, capture base. At least once. Okay. There's another one that's like, okay, do it 5 times. Okay, there's somebody asking me to be a friend. Hello. I don't know who you are, but sure. I didn't catch it fast enough. I didn't see the notice. I can't talk to him right now. That might be somebody else that is talking to me through a YouTube channel that found me on Twitter and said, hey, I saw you do CROSSOUT, and he hadn't played. He's a Fortnite player, and he does well on third-person shooters and FPSs. And I said, well, if you're good at that, you're most definitely gonna see your skills translate to this game. He hadn't heard of it, so I said, well, the game's free, try it out. And he tried it out, and he said, yeah, it's really fun. I started getting really good at it early on. I said, well, the game is not to try to poo-poo on his skills, because I'm sure he's good if he's good at Fortnite and games like that. But I said, the game does hold your hand a little bit at the start. It's easy to get off to a good start, and then once you get in the thick of things, it gets a little tougher. But since I'm done my dailies, that's really what I wanted to do. These weekly goals I can still take care of. I still got time on those. Like I said, I'd like to do as much as I can here online with you guys, rather than do it offline and you come back and all of a sudden I got this amazing car out of nowhere and you're like, how did that happen? So, like I said, I will end the stream now because it is well past what my scheduled departure time was. I'm glad I was able to spend this much time with you all. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on Twitch. And I hope you all had a great day. And we'll see you again here on Ben's Corner I guess, what is the next day that I'm going to do something? I'm trying to think of my schedule. Today's Thursday, right? Okay. So the next time, probably Saturday. I like to give myself a little bit of a break, and I have the YouTube channel that I'm doing as well with Madden content, and those games take an awful long time to get up and post it too. So I hope you're having a great week, and if I don't see you beforehand, I hope you have a great weekend as well. Hopefully you'll be back checking me out again. I'd appreciate you stopping by, leaving a follow, saying hello in chat, or just sitting there watching if that's your thing. I saw messages like, when we pop into chat, you don't have to jump down our throats and say hello. Some of us just want to sit there and relax and chill. That's fine by me too. I figure if you want to say hello, you'll say hello first then. So I'll leave it at that. And I'll just give out a generic welcome to everybody to my channel, because that's just polite, I think. I was brought up that way. It's polite to say hello and things like that. Anyway, you all take care. We'll see you next time here on Ben's Corner. Be well, everybody. Shout out to Big Band 213. It was nice having him around. Just want to slip that in there.